If your house was on fire and you weren't home, you'd want to know about it, right? Well, one option is to get smart smoke detectors throughout your house, but those are going to run you $30 to $100 per detector, which is a lot for something you hope you never have to use. But just one of these nifty little gizmos in your home can make all of your current dumb smoke alarms smart for less than 30 bucks. In addition to sending you notifications to your phone, it's connected to the rest of your smart home. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you some awesome automation ideas to help ensure that the next time your home burns all the way to the ground, you're not inside of it when it does. But first, let's get this thing installed. Oh, by the way, this is a DC signal sensor from Zooz. It's a Z-Wave device, so you'll need a Z-Wave hub for it to work. It's currently compatible with Hubitat, Home Assistant, SmartThings, Zooz Z-Box Hub, and Homey Pro. Well, supposedly. We'll get to that in a minute. But we're going to hardwire this into one of our current smoke detectors. Again, you only need one of these sensors for the whole system, but it does require you to have a hardwired smoke alarm system where all of the detectors are wired together. This became standard in homes built around 1990 or so, but if you live in an older home, you might be out of luck. Sorry, Mom and Dad. The instructions say to put the sensor in the last detector in the chain, but that is not a requirement. I just picked the one that's closest to my hub to make sure it always has the best signal. Also, with my luck, the last detector in the line is going to be the one that's 18 feet off the ground in my kitchen, so that's a hard pass from me. Now, wiring this into your system is really pretty easy, but you're going to be working with 120 volt mains power, so make sure your connections are strong and that you turn off the circuit before you start. This is a little bit easier said than done because I guarantee your circuit box is not labeled for the smoke detector circuit. You're just going to have to get a non-contact voltage sensor and test it. Mine wound up being on a bedroom circuit, but it took a lot of flipping switches to finally figure that out. Once the power shut off, we can wire the sensor into the smoke detectors. The yellow and green wires are for a relay that can be used to control a light that might be incorporated into your smoke detector, but we don't have any of those, so we're just going to cap those two wires and move on. Now we're just going to kind of play paint by numbers here. Connect the black wire to the black line wire, the white wire to the white neutral wire, and the red wire to the low voltage wire, which is both red and yellow here. Make sure you're using connectors that are appropriate for the amount of wires you're connecting, and give them all a tug after you're done to make sure they're secure. With everything wired up, we can turn the power back on and hope it doesn't explode. All right, looks like we're okay. Next, we need to get it connected to our hub. Now, I first tried to connect this to my Homey Pro, and it connected just fine, but it didn't do anything once it was connected, which is not particularly helpful. So after a few tries, I abandoned that plan and connected it to my Hubitat elevation hub. Connecting it was easy, but you do need to use a custom Zooz driver to get it to work. You can just copy and paste that from the Zooz website, or you can use Hubitat Packet Manager. If you don't know how to use that, check out our full tutorial in the description below. Before shoving the wires back into the ceiling, I wanted to test it out. So I wrote a quick rule that turns on my shelf lights when the fire alarm goes off. And lo and behold, it worked. What a day. So now we can tuck it all away and get to making this thing smart. Just a couple notes on the DC signal sensor first. If you have a combo smoke and carbon monoxide detector, it can actually detect different signals for smoke and carbon monoxide, so you can create different automations for each. Now, I know you can't expect the world for 30 bucks, but one bummer of the system is that it can't tell you which detector in the house is triggering the alarm. It also can't tell you if a battery is running low on any of the detectors. Now, I did put a dead battery in one of the detectors, and I'm happy to say it did not trigger any automations associated with the alarm when it gave the little low battery beep, so you don't have to worry about any false alarms because of dead batteries. So, we have a smart smoke detector now. What do we do with it? Well, for starters, I'm going to automate notifications to be sent to my phone and my wife's phone so we can check on the situation if we're not home. And quite frankly, if that's all you want to do with this thing, that peace of mind is really worth it right there. But since I have a whole home full of automated crap, well, we might as well use that. I figure if the alarm goes off in the middle of the night, I want to be able to get out of the house without having to trip over a dog toy in the dark. So we're going to automate the lights to turn on with the smoke alarm. Yes, all of them. It might help wake us up too. Fire!
Is it house on fire?
It's on fire, out of the way! Gotta get out. I'm also going to have my exterior lights flash red. And then I'm going to tell my neighbors, hey, if you see red flashing lights, maybe come check things out. Or just come over and roast some marshmallows over the burning embers of my former living room. Whatever. If you have a smart speaker, you can use that to play a siren sound or play some pre-recorded message to help people get out of the house. Or do what I do and just have it play an appropriate song for the moment. Lastly, and this is one I'm not totally set on because there's a bit of a security risk if you have a false alarm, but I have an automation to unlock the front door when the alarm goes off. I figure if the kids are rushing out of the house and they're in a panic, I don't need them struggling to open a locked door. Plus, if there actually is a fire, well, the firemen don't have to break the door down. You're welcome, Shakopee FD. So there you have it, smart smoke detectors for under 30 bucks. This is not a sponsored video. I just think this is a neat, affordable product, but I do have affiliate links below. If you want to purchase one, go ahead and do that and support the channel. Now remember, kids, only you can prevent forest fires. House fires, those are completely unpreventable. So get yourself one of these and get out in time. Thanks for watching.